Here we go.
Okay. So hello class, today we're going to talk about another musical form. Last time we had a lesson, it was on ABA form. Let's do a little recap. Can you describe ABA form?
A is one way, B is another, A is A again.
Yeah. And the second time A comes around, is it going to be exactly the same? Or is it going to have something changed about it?
Something changed.
It could. So another musical form we can talk about is called themed variations. Can anybody tell me what a themed music is?
Like a tune.
A tune?
What it's about, what it's trying to express.
Ooh,
An idea.
a metaphorical theme. Very good answers. So let's go with Emma's here. A theme, like a musical theme. So it could be a melody, it could be a certain progression of notes, right? How long does a theme have to be?
Couple measures.
A couple measures? Could it be 80 measures long?
Yeah.
Could it be 2 measures long?
Yeah.
Could it be 6 beats long?
Yeah.
Yeah?
6 beats.
So a theme can be any succession of notes. A melody or a tune, like you said, in music. Now, what's a variation?
When it changes slightly, but the idea is still generally the same.
So any change. So theme and variations. Let's do some thinking here. So if we have a theme, we modify the theme. If we have a variation to the theme, we're going to change something about it, right? Is there someone funny?
I'm sorry. I'm going to say a really funny comment and I just can't.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. You keep going. You keep
That's
going.
okay. So theme and variation. Just gonna put this. So say we start with the theme. We'll call this part 1. We can add another variation to the theme. What do you think we're going to change about the music when we make a variation to the theme? With different aspects.
Rhythm.
What was that?
Rhythm.
Rhythm. One second. So we could change the rhythm.
The key,
The key.
or maybe like what instrument is playing their theme.
The orchestration.
Yeah.
You could invert it.
Yeah.
The contour.
Contour, harmonic changes. That's what that falls under, I suppose. Contour. Anything else?
Volume.
Volume. Dynamics. That's one we missed.
Or tempo.
Tempo. It's a pretty long list. That pretty much covers everything. So, we're going to talk about a little piece. This is a really cool piece by Charles Ives. It was, if you turn in your handouts here, underneath the lesson plan hand. It's the one with the staple in it.
Oh.
Yeah. So here's a little background on Charles Ives' piece. This is Variations on America, and that's the tune "Oh Beautiful for Spacious Skies." Oh, it's not. that's a different song. Or is it? My Country 'Tis of Thee. That's the one I'm thinking of. Okay. Fourth line, I suppose.
So is it my
It is-
time?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he refers to it as America. So it's Variations on America. So it's written by Charles Ives when he was 17 years old. How old are you? Middle schoolers.
12.
I'm 13.
13. Could you imagine writing a piece such as the one you're about to hear when you were 17? So originally, this piece was written for organ, but this is a concert band. This is a concert band cover of it, and it's the president's own Marine band playing it. So some view this work as a satire of America and the form of theme of variations, but it's most likely just an exercise in writing this musical form. As he was 17, he was probably practicing to write and compose. So enough talking, we'll listen to it. I'm going to play this piece all the way through, and it'll be obvious, but I will let you know when the theme changes per variation. You can also follow along if you turn your page. There's a little chart. So it's on the back of that first page, and you can see it. So if you want to read along, in that chart, the bottom half it's a few characteristics about each section. So we're just going to listen to it all the way through. So right now this is the intro. The theme hasn't been stated yet. Still some intro. Here's the theme. So right now the theme is being played by the trumpet. It has a little bit of accompaniment in the background with the woodwinds, playing in a very plucked style. Anybody tell me another word for plucked?
Pizzicato.
Pizzicato, very good. So this is variation 1. Ives adds a little bit of a counter melody in the woodwinds. So what would that be a change of? Would that be a change of orchestration? Or a change of melody would be another one for that. I consider that a change of orchestration. So this is another theme, or this is the second variation. Notice how there's a lot more chromatic notes going on, these kind of falling lines. Would that be a change of maybe harmonic structure? So this next variation is a little bit shorter. Anybody tell me what is changed in this variation? Follow along with what I told you to change. This is now on the back, variation 3. What's a change about this variation? Meter. This one sounds like it goes into 6/8. It's also a change of orchestration. The clarinets are now playing this very, very fast line in the background.
It's just kind of
It's variation 4. What's most noticeable about this variation? It goes in a minor. Very. It changes style too, which is another thing. The other one was very patriotic American sounding. This is more Latin American sounding. So now the main theme is kind of resting in the background, and you have this trumpet fanfare solo over the top. So change of orchestration, the harmony stays the same. What else could change in this section? It's more similar to the first two variations, right? It moves. It's not in the minor key. It's not in the Latin American style. There's also a change of harmony. You hear all those chromatic notes the trombones are playing. Stop it there for time's sake. So that was just the outro, which is a restatement of that intro fanfare. So I'm going to give you guys some crayons. And I want you to follow along with this chart now and pick one picture to draw at the beginning. Pick one picture to draw at the beginning that kind of relates to this song. Think of a very American. So maybe a mountain or the Liberty Bell or something. I'll let you guys choose what you wanted to draw.
Does it have to be a picture of something specific, or can it be anything we think of?
Related to the song. I suppose it'll make it easier to draw the variations to it if you can keep relating back to the image. So for my example, I was going to draw a mountain. It's featured in the lyrics of the song, and it's easily adaptable.
Okay.
Let's go around the room. What did everybody draw?
It would be helpful for me to hear the introduction again, because
Okay.
it's been so long.
Yes, of course. You're just drawing this in the first box. What I forgot to mention was that the image that you're going to be varying throughout is a theme. So I suppose the introduction to the theme can be an image similar to the image you have for the theme. An introduction to the picture. Okay, does everybody have a picture drawn for the introduction? Okay. So let's move on to the next box. This theme, this picture, is very important because you're going to be modifying this picture through the rest of this chart here. So I'm going to play the main theme now.
Is this the first theme?
This is the theme. It's labeled on the chart. Think about what you hear, the instrumentation, the dynamics, what's going on. Notice you have that very plucked sound going behind the solo, but it's very patriotic sounding still. So, does everybody have a picture drawn for the first theme? Feel free to speak up.
Yep.
Are we ready to go on to variation 1? What does the first variation make you think of? Is it more flowing melody? Is it a little bit busier? I like to focus on these. Hear those flutes playing that? I think of it as like falling over almost. It seems stressed out. So as we're doing this, I want you to think of a word to describe what you changed about the picture for variation 1. You don't have to write a word for the introduction or theme box, but I want you to write at least one word explaining why you chose to make certain changes to your image and how it relates to the music. Okay, let's move on to variation 2. Are we all set with variation 2? So let's do a little recap here. Variation 1, let's go around the room. Can everybody give me one word or a short explanation as to how you changed the image?
I thought of like the fast notes that were happening, so I just kind of like drew a bunch of squiggles.
I did too.
Very quickly.
I did a lot of like da-da, da-da,
Yeah,
and then a lot of at the bottom.
What about you, Emma?
I kind of like felt like the theme was less prominent, so like add my picture, but I made that picture a background picture,
Very
a bigger
good.
picture.
I like that.
So, yeah,
So this next section is labeled Interlude 1. This is an important one. Drastic changes. That was a shorter one. I'll wait for you guys to finish your drawings. I think the most prominent feature of that interlude would be those constant cymbal rolls. It almost sounds like it's raining. A thunderstorm is happening during this interlude. Okay, let's move on now. On the back, this is variation 3. Emma, can you tell me one thing that changed about this section?
I made it look like a weird dance was happening.
Yeah? It definitely feels more like a dance. Okay, so now we're on variation 4.
story. So like I kind of been thinking like, okay, so like America, we went into war, we had some defeats, but we won. So then we celebrated in variation 3, but now the other country's coming back. This is them coming back. Like we're gonna come back and attack you
Tea
now.
party.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, so due to time constraints, we're gonna have to finish the rest of this lesson the next time we meet. Let's do a little review. So what is a theme in music?
The main idea.
The main idea? Or
The tune.
the tune? So when we make a variation to a theme, what are we doing?
Changing it a little bit.
Changing it? And how can we change it?
Lots of different ways.
Yes. They're all written right. So we can make changes to the style, or the rhythm, the orchestration, which is the instruments involved, dynamics, tempo. You heard a little bit of all of these in Ives' variations on there. Alright, very good class. We'll continue this next time.
Thank you. All right, let's have you write to Brendan.